Emma has just taken a job as a caretaker at an old hotel in the suburbs, which used to be a famous destination but is now almost abandoned. The hotel was built over 100 years ago with long corridors and old rooms, and according to rumors, many people have mysteriously disappeared in this building. Emma felt both excited and nervous when entering this place, but she still decided to take the job because of the high salary and the challenge she wanted. From the very beginning, Emma noticed something unusual about room number 7, a room that was always closed and empty. The wooden door was rough, as if it had been eroded by time and abandonment, and inside the room there was an old, tall mirror. The first time Emma saw it, the image of the hallway in the mirror was distorted, completely different from reality. There were moments when she looked. It seemed like there was a shadowy figure standing behind her in the mirror, but when she turned around, there was no one. Curiosity and anxiety gradually turned into a feeling of unease that lasted all day. Over many nights of work, Emma began to see signs of the supernatural. The hallways and other rooms often appeared shadowy, empty but still moving in the mirror. Small objects in room 7 seemed to move when she wasn't looking. One night, she decided to step into room 7 to observe the mirror more closely. As she approached, the image in the mirror no longer reflected her exactly, but distorted into a distorted copy. Eyes dark, mouth tightly closed, as if wanting to say something. For some unknown reason, Emma was drawn to the mirror. Suddenly, she fell into a world of reflections of the hotel. The hallway seemed endless. The doors stretched on forever, and in each room were trapped souls, people who had disappeared in the hotel, eyes blank, faces distorted by time. Emma quickly realized that the mirror didn't just reflect images, but also devoured the souls of anyone too curious.
But it's not me.
In the mirrored world, everything seemed alive. The walls shook, the floors warped, the hallways stretched out endlessly. Emma saw trapped souls repeating the actions they did before they disappeared, like picking up objects, opening doors, then standing still, staring at the mirror, waiting for someone to enter. She felt a strong pull from the mirror, trying to pull her deeper. Emma tried to find a way out. She ran through the warped hallways, dodging shadows, passing through rooms filled with artifacts where the missing had lived. For a moment, she was touched by a spirit. A cold feeling spread through her body, but luckily, she escaped by clinging to the edge of the mirror. She realized that the mirror was the only door back to the real world. After hours lost in the mirror world, Emma finally escaped, returning to room 7. The room was intact, quiet as if nothing had happened, but when she looked in the mirror, her own image in the mirror still existed, faint, as if standing behind and winking in warning. The mirror still held a part of the world, reflected, and still waiting for the next person. Emma survived, but since then, she did not dare to go near room 7 again. Every time she walked through the hallway, she felt the shadowy eyes watching her. The feeling of being trapped, being stalked, and the spirits in the mirror haunted her mind. Emma realized that this hotel and the mirror in room 7 would always exist as a time trap where any curiosity would be swallowed if they dared to set foot. In the following nights, no matter how hard she tried to sleep, the distorted image of herself in the mirror would always appear in her mind, keeping Emma awake, reminding her that the door to that terrifying world was never completely closed. She knew she was lucky to escape the first time, but the hotel still held its creepy mysteries, waiting for the next curious person to swallow their soul into the world of reflection. I never liked Halloween. People dressed in costumes, houses covered in fake spider webs, children screaming down the street. To me, It was all just a silly show to hide people's true fears. But that year, I was wrong. On the evening of October 30th, a group of my friends discussed having a big costume party. I was dragged along, even though I wasn't interested. Come on, Mia. It's just one night. Wear something different for once, my best friend Harper said. So we drove to a deserted neighborhood near the edge of town. There was a thrift store that Harper said was cheap and has a lot of unique stuff. The store was tucked between two abandoned buildings. The old sign, only a few words faded. Black Hollow costumes. When we entered, a cold, musty smell wafted out, as if from a basement that had been neglected for decades. The yellow light flickered on hundreds of dresses hanging close together, swaying silently despite the lack of wind. At the counter stood an old woman with wrinkled skin, shoulder-length silver hair, and cloudy eyes covered in frost. She stared at me without blinking, her smile wrinkled like a crack in a stone statue. I walked down the aisle, past the old costumes. Vampires, mummies, bloody nurses. Until my eyes stopped at a jet-black witch dress, hanging alone in the corner, covered in a thick layer of dust like ash. It seemed different, almost real. The dress was made of black velvet, with silver trim, a pointed hood, and torn lace gloves. Under the light, it reflected a crimson red, like dried blood. As soon as I touched it, a cold current ran down my spine. A small tag attached to the collar read, "No try on, no return." I took the dress to the counter. The old woman laughed coldly, her voice hoarse. "You chose it. It's been waiting for someone to wear it for a long time. The girl before looked beautiful in it, until she was no longer human." I thought she was joking to fit the festive atmosphere, so I just laughed. "Don't wear it past midnight," she added, her voice becoming serious. "Then it will wear you." The next night, we went to a party at a friend's suburban house. Music, flashing lights, the smell of alcohol, candy, and cigarette smoke mixed in the air. When I walked in, everyone was amazed. "Mia, you look like a real witch. Where did that outfit come from? It looks so alive." I just laughed, but I felt the fabric on my body contract with each breath. The later it got, the hotter my neck became. Then it burned. Around 11:45, I felt dizzy and went into the bathroom to take off my suit. I zipped the back. It wouldn't budge. I pulled harder, then harder. The sharp pain made me stop. When I looked in the mirror, I saw that my skin and the fabric were fused together. The seams were bleeding. I tried to cut it with scissors, but the metal snapped. A small voice echoed in my head, clear and cold. "You woke me up." I spun around. No one was there. Only the mirror was fading, as if covered in fog, and a figure in it was smiling at me, though I wasn't smiling. The clock struck 12. The electricity suddenly went out in the house. Only the dim light of the jack-o'-lanterns outside the window. I felt the fabric on my body tighten, as if hundreds of invisible hands were pulling me down. The voice rang out again, clearer this time, echoing through my head. "You gave me a body. Now it's my turn to give you a soul." I fell to my knees, trying to scratch at the fabric, but my nails turned black long, sharp as claws. My skin darkened, cracked. In the mirror, my face was distorted, yellow eyes, a cracked mouth, white hair. Harper pounded on the door. "Mia, are you okay? Open the door." I tried to answer, but my voice was no longer my own. "Mia isn't here." A hoarse voice came from my mouth. The door swung open and Harper stood frozen. She saw me, or whatever was wearing me. I heard her scream, and then she disappeared into the night. The next morning, the police came. No one had found Harper. And me? They said I was missing. The only thing they found was the black dress, neatly hung in the bathroom, soaked and stained with blood. Rumor had it that Black Hollow Costumes had closed years ago in a fire, and the owner had died in the fire, wearing this very witch dress. But a few weeks later, in a different neighborhood, the store opened again. Same old sign, same words. No try-on, no returns. And the saleswoman was a young woman with black hair, pale yellow eyes, and a very familiar smile.